which is a big deal in a state like Idaho, where almost half of the students are eligible for some sort of a lunch subsidy.
So I'm just curious, though, not just necessarily in terms of the schools closing and for how long they will be, but how they're going to plan to meet the educational needs for these students long term for the next at least several weeks, if not months, and maybe who knows into the next school year from a distance learning perspective. Obviously, lots of Idaho and other states have a lot of rural areas and maybe not as much access, heck, any access to broadband internet. What is the state and then some of the local districts planning to do to frankly fill in those gaps so the kids can actually do distance learning?
Well, right now, the state's overriding policy on education heading into these final few weeks of the school year is maximizing flexibility and minimizing requirements. The state has issued waiver upon waiver upon waiver. What we're seeing with the school districts right now is they are having to try to roll something out very quickly, trying to figure out how to get educational materials into the hands of students, first of all. Not every student can access the internet. Not every student has a device at home that they can use. 115 school districts in the state, more than 50 charter schools, and some are more urban, some are more suburban. A lot of school districts with high levels of poverty, so students who may not have access to a computer at home, access to home internet, even if it's available in their communities, it may just not be something that their families can afford. You have some schools trying to set up hotspots in their parking lots. It's really interesting how the schools are still, to some degree, still performing that function as sort of a community hub, whether it's providing a hotspot for students who need to get online, or whether it's providing a place for students and parents to pick up lunches or breakfasts, which is a big deal in a state like Idaho, where almost half of the students are eligible for some sort of a lunch subsidy, some sort of a federal meal subsidy.
You can see more of Kevin's reporting on these and other topics at idahoednews.org. And for more Northwest news, you can come to our website, nwpb.org. Thank you for joining us here in the unique Northwest.